Hello fellow brick fanatics, DJ Legos back for another video, and if you like what you see, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you are notified of when I upload new content. Today I'm taking a look at a 2023 LEGO Marvel set based off of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. It is Baby Rocket Ship. It is set number 76254. Is recommended for building ages 8 and up. Comes with 330 pieces, and I paid roughly $35 for it here in the United States. But without further ado, let's start deconstructing the set and see how it stacks up, starting as always with the minifigures. Taking a look at the first figure of Rocket. Getting his accessory out of the way, he does come with a standard gun. This build is the exact same as one of the Infinity War sets, I think Thor's Weapon Quest. So it's the exact same build with the exact same color cylinder piece on the end of it. But talking about the rest of the figure here, you do have Rocket. The Guardians here sport the exact same uniform, so LEGO just chose to just reuse the torso over and over again throughout the sets, which is fine because the uniforms don't vary that much. So the torso print is very nice. It does reflect the outfit that is in the movie. A little bit of a problem with quality. The instructions and the box art shows that red on that torso being a lot brighter than it is, and that's just because LEGO tried to print a lighter color on top of a darker colored plastic. Something they always seem to have a problem with, but have never fixed. He does come with the unposable blue legs. He does come with the standard Rocket raccoon tail here in brown, and that is not colored on the front. I guess that's only reserved for Disney CMFs. But moving that out of the way, the torso is the exact same as the ones I've previously looked at. And that headpiece is the exact same that got introduced with the Infinity Saga sets. It just doesn't have the goggles printed on the top of the head, but it is still very nicely printed and does give a little bit of a look at how Rocket really is in the films. Get this little add-on figure of Rocket as a baby. Pretty much how LEGO achieved this. They didn't make a new mold, which is fine. They just reused the Friends line version of a raccoon that they made for that particular LEGO line. And it does work out. It does have the round shaping that you expect from the Friends line, which kind of just adds the cuteness factor of this piece. You do have the little peg hole at the top, consistent with Friends line. It's just printed with all the markings Rocket has on the big figure. It's just kind of miniaturized to reflect his younger age. So here's what you end up with the final build. It's very nice. They do use a lot of nice pieces here in the flame yellowish orange color, as well as the orange to accent it. You get that windscreen piece there in green for the first time. You have some nice greebling here alongside these pylons here. The engine detail is also really nice here at the back. You got some nice little array of detail. Love the angle of this fin here, and flipping it around to the underside, you can see a little bit of how all these parts work together. The front engine detail here on as well is pretty nice. You got the BB-8 heads used here for some couple thrusters, and then you have some nice shaping representing the interior of these front engines. And the cockpit here, very easy access to it. You can flip it up and get your fingers nice in there. Looking in deep in there, you do have a jumper for the baby version of Rocket, and then you have a nice seating area for the actual adult version of Rocket, and you have some control panels on either side. Those are the exact same print. They are reused, I think, starting with the Lego Ninjago movie is where those originated from. But Herein lies my issue with this set. So fitting the figures in here, you can see Rocket the adult version of Rocket included here. It goes on the front. The baby one fits on that 1x1 jumper. And then they even give you a little bit of storage for Rocket's gun. That is pretty nice. That is something I always encourage Lego to do. But here's my big issue with this set. This set is called Baby Rocket's ship. Baby Rocket can't actually fit in the front cockpit. They show it on the box, on the front of the box. They show it in the... Yeah, they show it in all the promotional marketing for this set, but you can't actually get Baby Rocket into that front cockpit. You can't even move the jumper into there to put it at the where the adult Rocket is, because that is way too low to even get Rocket to look through the cockpit here. So that is very flagrant false advertising to me, and I will point that out with the box as well, because that is just egregious. But I didn't point this out earlier. How this cockpit is attached is just beautiful. They use some upside down building techniques, so that is just clipped in and that piece is upside down. But time to get into the main play feature of this set. Before we get into that, you also do get stud shooters on either of the back engines here. They are molded in that gunmetal gray color, and they are the newer style where you can load it top side. You can load studs or tiles. These are loaded with trans green studs, and they just fire off. You just hit it, they go flying. I'm not going to do it here. We've all seen stud shooters. But the other big play feature of this set is you can adjust these for landing or flying mode. So according to the box and the instructions, this is landed mode for this craft. So it's very interesting, and you can see with those engine details up, a little bit of unseen detail there with the stacked up round tiles there, which is really nice. But the other thing is with these, you can pretty much pose these however you want. They are free flowing, and you can angle these however you want. Pretend that he's banking in some turns. So that is really nice, and that is really nice for playability here. For swooshability, this thing is also really great. You have this nice, how this fin is designed, you have this nice little rest for a thumb, and you can pretty much fly this however you want. So really good swooshability. That is very important for a ship of any kind. Here's your extra pieces for this set. You get a pretty standard array of studs and tiles, one of those extra force pieces, and then for the stud shooter part of it, you do get an extra trigger, and then you do get 2 extra trans green studs as designated as extra ammo. So taking a look at the instructions, we do get one big booklet here. It's pretty reasonably sized as well. You got the standard rendering on the front of the cover here with the QR code for the building app if you choose to use it. Inside you do get that little blurb about paper bags starting to show up in our Lego sets, which has been pretty slow. And then you do have the showing of the builder app if you want to use it. Going towards the back here, you do have 73 pages of total building, and the build here was pretty straightforward, a little repetitive. But going through the rest of the instructions, you don't get any cross-sell of any kind for anything, which is weird. You do get the parts inventory if you need it, and then you have the win code on the back if you want to use that. So taking a look at the box here, set standard $30 to $40 size. You get the Marvel logo up the top as well as the Lego. You get the set specs. You get a nice park shot of the set in action as well as flying through the cosmos. However, like I mentioned earlier in the video, there's flagrant false advertising on this box art. Again, they show that you can fit Baby Rocket right there in the cockpit without any assistance, and you can't do that. You physically cannot do that, because they even showed the jumper that he's attached to in the aircraft behind him. So I don't know what kind of tricks they pulled for that, but that is flagrant false advertising to me and is unacceptable. Putting that aside, we do get the little promo for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 here with all our beloved Guardians there as well in their uniforms, just letting you know what the set's based off of. You get the call out for the minifigures included as well. You do have the standard, as we know, brick comic paneling all over this box as well, and you do get adult Rocket in, spoiling the actual size reference there. And then the back of the box, they just show you the Guardians logo as well as some of the play features of the set, and showing the craft in its landed form. So getting into my final thoughts, right off the bat, talking about the build here, and this goes hand in hand with the quality here, but the false advertising of this is just deplorable to me, that they show on the box there that you can fit Baby Rocket in that front cockpit there, but he can't actually fit there in the actual build. However, the rest of the build is very nice. It's really well detailed. It does use a lot of nice parts and new colors, and it's overall very fun to play with, but it's just marred by that issue of not being able to fit Baby Rocket in his ship in the front cockpit like the box art shows. That is just horrible. And going into minifigures, it is nice that you get Rocket and the baby version of him. Both are exclusive to this set, so if you want the whole team, you kind of had to buy the set to get him in the Rocket in the team uniform there. However, this needed a second figure. I've seen some people in the community suggest his animal companions. I don't think that would have really sealed the deal here. However, I do think the villain of this movie, the High Evolutionary, should have been in this set. That would have really sweetened the deal there and given kids a little bit more to play with for some conflict. Otherwise, it's just Rocket and his ship, which, don't get me wrong, that is a little bit playable, but that would have made this a little bit worth it. And that just brings me to the price, which $35 here in the United States, not worth it. It is not worth it for the factors that I've already laid out, but here, this is a $25 to $30 set that they've charging $35 for, and that is just with only one real minifigure included here, and then you got the false advertising on top of it. So it all just snowballs into this unfortunate thing of it not really being worth that $35. And again, this thing is overpriced to begin with, because that is a $25 to $30 shipped maximum. So all in all, this set gets a 6 out of 10 for me. If you're a Guardians fan, it's worth a pickup. If your kids love the Guardians, it's worth a pickup, but pick it up on sale, and just know that you can't fit Baby Rocket in the front cockpit without heavily modifying this thing. So just beware of that false advertising there. And without further ado, that does it for me for this video. Comment below. Let me know your thoughts about Lego's flagrant false advertising of this set. Do you agree with it? Do you not? Let me know in the comments below. I look forward to having a discussion with you. And until next time, brick on.